What's going on, everybody? My name is Austin. You are back with Burkify Gaming, and we're here once again with Madden 21, Face of the Franchise.
Well, there is no hint of fall here on this hot and humid Saturday afternoon. Students and alumni have made the early season pilgrimage to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami for the season-opening kickoff classic on EA Sports. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on the Trojans from Southern Cal. It is time for the kickoff classic and a new season of college football underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 8.
Oh, that one go way too low.
3rd and 3.
On play action, here's White. And he'll be stopped right at
Is switching still bullshit in this game, because I went to go to the guy behind and went to the guy all the way downfield. That's not where we're supposed to go.
Offense is, Charles, so wide open, and there's an example right there that we just saw. But let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're continuing to embrace what the colleges are giving them more and more, they're still not playing as fast as a general rule. You know, most college offenses will run about 15 plays per game more than NFL offenses will. They'll take a few more chances in what they're doing, maybe try and isolate their star player a little bit better. Yeah, there's still some differences in what we're seeing, but for me, speed and pace of play for college offenses still ahead of what we see in the NFL.
On 3rd down, White.
Nice pick.
Double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Well, certainly not a great throw there, but you got to consider his first start. It's the first quarter. Some mistakes are bound to happen. You got to wonder, though, is he pressing a little bit, because he's got a pretty good quarterback nipping at his heels on that sideline.
Me start to wonder what he's thinking about right now, because let's face it, there's a lot of extra pressure going on here. Not only are you competing for a job, you're doing it against your high school teammate and your friend, and you got a head coach who comes from a defensive background, and typically defensive coaches tell you, don't make mistakes, offense. And now you're just wondering, is the leash going to be pretty short down on his playing time? Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
40-yard line.
Alright,
The 1st down carry here for Charles. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. You know, Charles, you and I get to call a lot of games at the next level, but walking into the stadium, there's just something about the college atmosphere, the bands, the pageantry. So nice for us to be able to get the assignment to call a few games on Saturdays this fall, because, let's be honest, there's nothing like college football.
I would agree with that. Look, there's electricity that crackles no matter whether it's college or the NFL. But this is a different vibe altogether when you're talking about a college game. And how about the one we're getting right out of the gate? 2 powerhouses in the college football world going at it to get things started.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
everyone's
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. That's caught. Touchdown, USC. Benny Ward there to make the grab. And the Trojans have taken the early lead. Well, Coach O'Brien, he could not have asked for a better start for this offense, getting a score on their opening possession. And I guess maybe that justifies the call he made with which quarterback to start.
I'm just wondering, from everything we heard this offseason, what do you think, partner? Did he flip a coin about who would start at quarterback, or did he really evaluate them in the preseason? But look, that first drive, first career start against a big-time opponent, packed stadium, noise coming from everywhere. How about how he handled this? Took the team right downfield, put 6 on the board, and how about the statement of Tommy Matthews on the sideline? He's telling him, this is my job to lose.
On 1st and 10, White. Caught. It's Ellington.
Ow.
This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think that was me.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable
We don't either,
reaction
but whatever.
from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
He's going to go deep for Beasley.
Almost had it.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On the deep
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
On second down now.
There you go.
It's Jennings, and he is across midfield from 149
Third
to
and
the
8.
other 49. A gain of just 2.
Go.
Defensively, we
Fourth
always know that
prong.
he is tough and runs
Yeah, it's supposed to rain soon. I know that.
support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Florida's punter is out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this punt goes out of bounds,
That's a
and
shitty
it'll be
punt.
marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Trojan 7, Gators nothing.
USC gets set. First 10. Running it. Washington shreds the tackle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not
That's a
bad.
real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's caught. Touchdown, USC.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
Oh, God. Sorry, I thought it was something, so I have to look it up. What is weird?
They have a script to start the game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0
flag
off the
on.
board. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Why are we doing this?
Through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no
I broke that. Wow.
He'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And that's
That was going deeper than it was.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin the drive with Charles.
Whoa! Made that block perfectly.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown USC. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about the offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one
He was coming in like a rocket.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to.
I thought he caught that. That was a good catch.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't make.
Oh, he got that. Ball went across.
First down yardage to the 35. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. 1st and 10, Florida. On the ground, Ellington. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now White.
Somehow still got him.
That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
White.
Okay, good.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Oh, okay.
Very good
Pretty good.
return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
44-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I don't know what that was, but
Cooper
okay.
was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried his dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do
come on.
practice it, you do
Get out
go
of there.
through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly.
I don't
like you
think
drew
that
it
did anything like I wanted it to.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Fighting his
Nice
target,
catch.
it's Ward. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had it, but didn't have it.
But it's incomplete.
1st down pass.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10.
Ooh, that's too high.
Now, meanwhile,
I know.
a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
We're good.
He's
Nice.
got it. And he will score. Touchdown.
Barely got rid of that one.
Count. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Trojans add on to their lead.
Boom.
I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start. Now with 3 touchdown passes.
Well, that's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him coming into this game. He's fully captivated us now. With every score, I think he's making his case to stay as the starting quarterback and not get involved in a rotation system.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for his wideout.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw again. White. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
We got this.
Intended for number 37. Incomplete.
We'll
Brings
go.
up a 3rd down and 10
Over to
yards
man.
to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's White. He's got it complete to Perkins. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Yeah, their last chance is a Hail Mary. So.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. White.
Nice pick. Not that it mattered, but nice pick.
Picked off at the 47. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami.
All right.
The opener
Any
of
cutaways this
college
time or
football
not?
season.
Gators nothing.
No, there's not.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. It'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The
So I'm still
SC
starting.
offense about
Perfect.
set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick
Goodbye.
with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident up.
There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown USC. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This taken in at 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Gators now with a 1st and 10. Now Ellington. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Again, they were with Ellington.
Nice.
Now Ellington lost the football.
Oh, he tripped.
And this is picked up by the defense. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the sign.
That's caught. Touchdown, USC. Benny Ward, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's now his 4th touchdown pass in the ball game. And boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior, as we remind you, getting his 1st ever college start.
And this has really been an amazing story because ordinarily, when a junior's making his 1st start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts. They were watching him make his 1st start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
Here's Ellington. Boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Taken down right.
Cover 1 robber.
Struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
White on 2nd down.
I guess I can handle that.
Their struggles continue here.
Victorious wideout, incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
I don't think he got that.
4th
and inches.
They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress.
Yeah, just fly.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Charles.
I'm trying to follow my block, but the block kind of pushed me over.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
Oh, okay.
Have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Ow.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, I don't think they're making any secret of what they want to do right now. They want to control the clock, keep the ball away from the other team. You just wonder, did they start to shut it down a little bit too early? I think what they're counting on, though, if they continue to move the ball and get significant gains, their energy will stay high, and they won't go into hiding too quickly.
Brings up 3rd.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He'll get this to Ward.
Ooh, nice.
They move this all the way down to the 9.
Beautifully done.
Convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense falls
That worked.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on. And let's not forget he had the receiving receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. But you said 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Stay away from the cords. I'm sure everyone's chewing them up.
Out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20.
Nice high. I see you. Hi, buddy.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
What's my hand,
Here
buddy?
on EA Sports.
I need that hand.
This is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop at the punt. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Again, it's Charles. It's a 5-yard gain, but there'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Oh, what was that block there? Like 10 and 48 were fused together. Or 28, sorry. It's a lot of lag. We're just not.
Get over 30 yards. I tell you, you look around the college football landscape, and there's some good running backs this year. The draft projections really littered with that crop of players, and we've got a couple of them in our game here this afternoon.
And I'm glad that you pointed that out, partner, because we always talk about the guys who throw the football.
Holy shit, that worked.
Take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this carries into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. Can't get a down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Another try after the first down sack. White, that's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
To throw. White, throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Forced to the ground.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And a fair catch called for and made
All
just
right, we're doing
inside
good.
the 35-yard line.
Still pretty easy.
40-yard punt, no return.
First and 10.
The SC offense about set to take over here with this lead and the football. Things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
10 at the 32-yard line.
They run with Washington.
All right, that's
this
fine.
time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Down right at the line.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, Washington. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Carrier tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught to Charles. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Charles, here we are in the 4th quarter, and they've got a pretty comfortable lead here. You know, Coach O'Brien, as we talked about, he made those statements about his plans to possibly rotate the quarterbacks, but we have not seen any sign of Tommy Matthews.
And we certainly expected to see him. Look, you and I both sat in there, partner, with Coach O'Brien, and he indicated that he planned to rotate quarterbacks to find out
thought
what
my
he had.
thing was still on, but I was
With the
still
play that
mistaken.
he's seen here, he's like any head coach. He reserves
I'm gonna
the
wait it
right
down.
to change his mind. And maybe
All the way until
he knew
40
a little
seconds,
bit
and I'll
more
set
than
up
he
a
was
field
willing
goal.
to tell us that maybe Tommy Matthews isn't exactly in his favor, especially considering the lead they have now, and he still hasn't gone to the bench.
They need me to go to the bench. We're doing fantastic. Fantastic with the lead.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
22-yard attempt.
How you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy?
And his kick is right there.
1 second
It's
left.
good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So
I'm gonna try to kick it.
An 8-play drive capped with a
Right
field
there.
goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving
As long as they don't go in the end zone, I want them to run this back so we can end
keep
it.
the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Down they go. And that's the game. 59-0. Suck it, Florida.
Today's final score, Trojans 59, Gators nothing.
Love you too. So I'm going to see what the coach has to say about my performance, since they were supposed to switch out me and Tommy, but I performed well enough that he kept me in.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Wake up.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what? Come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Not how that works.
This whole thing again. Are you dumb? Yeah, I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you.
That was a little harsh.
Look, Tommy, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
What? Jumping fiddlesticks. What is that?
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses, and the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the USC Trojans. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal.
Wow! That was unexpected.
Through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, USC.
Pull up 10 seconds.
So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early run in some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big win early.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cooper. And his first look is incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Back to throw is Cooper. To throw again.
What?
And it's incomplete.
Number 80.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this
I got a penalty on that
It's
one.
incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Passer, defense.
I still don't agree with that call. I was already pressing the button, but you know, whatever.
Well, instead of
Not a big
4th
deal.
down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone.
What?
It's complete. It's Miller. Give him 12 yards on that.
Yeah, there is. I don't know how to do this. Fuck off. How did this happen? Okay, so nice and slow right here. Okay, so that shouldn't have been a catch at all, but you know, it's fine.
One, it earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's another Clemson first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Jewell. And they're able to work this to the 25.
Press the hit stick and he didn't do it.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good for a Clemson first down. 1st and 10.
On the carry, it's Jewell.
I think they upped.
Strong gain on the last 2 plays.
They upped the
That's a really nice
what is it called? The difficulty a little bit, or just not playing that great.
And turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the
Damn it.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And it's caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
What the hell is this play call?
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said.
And it'll be intercepted. Swings it for the pick.
There we go, Jesus.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem.
There we go. That was
long way to go.
simple, I guess.
To get back in it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot.
Wish Dan was trying to hump him, buddy. Wish he blocked him, but you know, that's fine.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just had an insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line.
Fine.
Just a 3-yard gain there.
I'm going to go cover 4
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
36 yards on the punt with no return.
The Trojans take over 1st and 10.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting.
Is this about to happen again? Oh my God.
And he will score. Touchdown, USC.
I don't have to throw a single pass. It's ridiculous.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21 is him. So now following the
I think it's still in rookie mode because kick's still really slow and offense is really easy. I think it's one playing very good.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up second.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He rifles one. It's intercepted.
He ran straight for way too long there. I was trying to get him to turn. He wouldn't turn.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. If things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This take about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing
I missed.
the ball, he's got to be like
Didn't that time.
with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score, Trojans 28, Tigers nothing.
From the 41, Cooper. He completes this into the hands of Miller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
But just
This offense on
that's
3rd
what I
down
think.
today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Good girl.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 now for Clemson.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run with Jewell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good
Yeah,
for
I'm watching
7
you.
yards.
The ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
oh gosh.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30.
Yeah, he got away with that one.
Right down at the 23. A gain there of 21 yards.
23-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to hand to Jewell. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brought down right at the line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
10. At the 23-yard line.
Oh, what I meant to do, that works.
Through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
At the 26-yard line.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Cooper.
Get out of here.
Running back, and he's got him. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect
The controls are a little weird. I'm noticing that too. Is like, especially on there, it's twice dragged me in. I'm not pushing in any way.
Things like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Trojans take over 1st and 10. at their own 27-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
Jeez, it took them long enough to stop him.
Because they were ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys.
He doesn't need to stop. You might keep running with him.
A run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Bye.
See how determined they are. Pass the 20.
Christ.
Touchdown. Big play there. 47 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
Well, maybe just a little.
Concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points up.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Finally, I could throw a pass. It's a touchdown. Look at that.
Touchdown, Southern Cal.
What a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. This taken in at 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
We'll cover
the
9.
Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you will. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. Cooper. They go. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Catch made by Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cooper completes it to Miller. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the gun, Cooper throwing for his running back.
Missed again, damn it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait until it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, it fell.
near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Yeah, we'll try that.
Here's first and goal, Clemson. Operating from the gun, Cooper.
Oh, he made it.
And he will score. Touchdown.
Nice dive, man.
From 6 yards away. And his guys are able to get a score back. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
One, and that's the end of the half.
And he will score. Touchdown, USC.
That wasn't supposed to happen, but that worked.
Again, Albert Gardner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
This is ridiculous.
On, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And this carries into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Down he goes.
In trouble, and he's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they...
Run with it.
20, 10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
Oh, missed him.
Got to hold on to it.
This is Miller, complete.
Damn it.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Miller. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now,
Ooh.
on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Nice.
Take this to the
4-9. Pretty good.
Going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Oh, didn't see him.
He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards. And that'll give him a first down. Here's 1st and 10 for the Trojans. This is Charles.
Nice.
So here a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Nice.
It's Cooper. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right,
I just said
Say click again.
Yes, you did.
Say it again.
The guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
On first down, Jewell, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I don't think the commentator know what the hell I'm talking
Incomplete
about.
pass on
Just
2nd
saying.
down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
All right.
3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 27.
What?
And he will score. Touchdown.
Okay.
USC.
That was just like a last-ditch effort.
It certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to the
Whoa.
locker room at the half. Okay? Because I think what we would have seen is
Surprised he caught that.
and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then
More
the head
impressed
coach
caught than
coming in and
anything
just
else.
screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving."
We weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll go down at the 26.
Trying to learn the pass rush moves in between
He was
plays
brought
here.
down at the 26.
Okay.
It's a gain of 6.
Oh, okay.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now 3rd down misses the target, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43.
Why does it keep pulling me in?
And this one
Doesn't need to pull me in.
And they'll get back 3, but this
I don't know why it's doing that.
deficit.
It's frustrating as hell.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to...
There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, USC. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT.
Ow, that was like a double hit stick.
Take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cooper finding his safety valve here.
All right, got him. Down he goes.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough.
I just want this game to end. Got him boring kicking the shit out of Clemson.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
40-yard line.
Cooper on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup there. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is Simpson with a catch. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun. Completes it to Henry. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
He's taking time off the clock. He goes. It's gone forever.
Cooper now on 1st and 10.
Let's set you back inside.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10.
Finally scored something.
Take this one in for a touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down.
All right.
Congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Well, high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And they will wrangle it down a couple couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10.
All right, let's see if I can get this going. 2 o'clock, halfback stretch.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The try. And he will score. Touchdown, USC. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
4 brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Cooper from the gun on 3rd down.
Nice, he caught that.
Miller, he's got it.
What's they doing over there?
Just short of the 45 at the 44. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw is Cooper.
Get out of here.
First down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Cooper's pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Cooper throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball.
37 seconds. Game's almost over. Please don't do anything stupid. In fact, I'm just going to kneel it. I'm not even going to test it.
Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
The Trojans take over first.
No, where is...
At their own 21-yard line.
There it is.
The Trojans, USC, such a proud program. They have been on the top of the mountain before. It's been a little while since they've been back, but it's looking more and more like they'll be playing for a national championship next week as they start this drive here 1st and 10.
Right, last kneel. I don't even need to kneel it again. That's the game. Bam!
Today's final
Oh, that was terrible to watch.
Courtesy their junior quarterback. The USC Trojans are moving on to play for a national title.
84-20 is unacceptable. It's fun, it's unacceptable. As soon as I can pause, I'm going to give us a pause, take a break. Been recording for a little longer than I meant to. Well, not that I meant to not record this long. I just didn't expect it to go this long. Alright, so that's it for this episode, guys. We'll come back to that when I get back. So, as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe. And suggestions, gameplay tips, or comments, put in the comment section below. And I'll see you all next episode.